And we are coming down in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Getting Sports with Drunk. I'm the Riddler. And I'm joined by
Peter Frozenberger.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
That's right, you heard it here first. No more Hostess Cupcake. Just the cupcake.
He's the master
Just not
of
a
Hostess
cupcake.
Cupcake.
I'm the Pillsbury Cupcake.
Ooh. Do they even make
Terrible.
cupcakes?
I don't know, actually.
They might not make them, but they for sure at some point did make them. It's the mass.
Math Christmassy.
Look at that.
Yeah. All right.
But you're not the Mistress Massey.
Let's dive into this. Let's dive into this shit real quick. Starting lineups. Souls.
I have water from the filter and I'm going to dive into a yellow vitamin water at some point.
Nice. I love that for you.
Subway went to Subway. Subway went to Pepsi.
I know you were going to say Pepsi went to Subway, and that was going to make me laugh really hard.
Oh, they did. Ham Pepsi coming soon.
All right.
I have, from El Segundo Brewing Company, I have Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA.
Ugh.
You really like that?
Now, this is a classic Rebecca wants something, and then it sits in the fridge for months and months and months, and then I got tired of looking at it, so it made its way downstairs.
Rebecca doesn't drink IPAs.
Oh, but no, she's selective. She, like, if we handed her something that's really regarded, like something from Treehouse, it would be okay. But because there is a WWE like moniker to this one, this is the greatest beer ever produced.
It's so gross after a while.
Not even after a while.
I mean, it's fine.
There's something about it I don't like.
Yeah, it's an IPA.
I like IPAs.
Only certain ones.
Fair. By the fire.
Mass?
You know what I'm drinking, baby? Breast milk.
Ugh. Ugh.
Every week. Is it concentrated?
Always is.
Gross.
My toast of excellence is.
What are you drinking, Paul?
No, I already did it.
You didn't.
Okay, yeah. I'm drinking a tiny beautiful something from Maine Brewing Company.
Very nice.
And
Pulp or extra pulp?
double pulp. Hey, Mass, guess what just came across my headline?
What's that?
Gay porn studio under fire for using a religious didgeridoo as a dildo.
That's very funny.
Thought you would like that. I thought you would like that. You like that? Toast of excellence. Anybody have any? I have a few.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'd like to invite you to go first.
Oh, okay. I just have. I guess I technically only have two, and then I have two discussion points for later. One is to former NHL goalie Cam Ward. He live streamed himself watching the NFL draft, and he filmed himself like freaking out and looking around his living room when the Titans picked Cam Ward and said, "Holy shit! When the hell did I get drafted?"
That's awesome.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Is he black?
Excellent.
He plays hockey. He's not black.
Dude, they're making a way over there.
What? My other
Sorry, he
Toast of
plays
Excellence,
hockey, and his name is not PK Subban. He's not black.
Who was the guy
Johnny
that
O-
won a Stanley Cup with the Penguins that was black?
Johnny Oduya won 3 Stanley Cups with the Blackhawks. He's black.
Seth Jones is mixed.
And then PK Subban's brother also plays.
Was he? Like still?
Yeah. I don't know if he still plays, but also, what about Wayne Simmons from the Philadelphia Flyers?
Forgot about
Yeah,
Wayne.
he was a great third stringer.
And who could forget Mass? Dwayne Gretzky.
Yes. And my other Toast of Excellence is to a game that happened about a week ago, I think now. It was a double-A game featuring the Portland Sea Dogs and the Hartford Yard Goats. And something pretty cool happened in the 4th inning of that game.
I'm listening.
So the Sea Dogs, Abraham Liendo, hit a routine ground ball to third base, only for it to take a weird hop and ricochet off the third baseman's arm straight into the shortstop's glove, who then did a spinning throw to first base to get the runner out for out number 2.
Hmm.
And
I
then
think I saw that.
And then in the bottom of the 4th inning, exact same count, same number of outs, and same pitch speed. Dylan Jorge from the Hartford Yard Goats hit a routine grounder to third base that ricocheted up his arm into the short fielder's glove on a 360 throw to get Jorge out at first. The exact, and if you were able to, if you can find the video of them playing it side by, I mean, it's almost perfectly identical.
That's cool.
Yeah, same pitch speed, same inning, same count, same number of outs, and not only did the play happen to the same positions with the same positions involved in the same exact sequential order, the game was also tied 3-3.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I liked it a lot.
I got a toast of excellence.
Oh, also, is it Shaq?
No,
Oh, I just got a notification that Shaq agreed to become the GM at Sacramento State. That's
for
like my
Shaq.
new least favorite thing that's happening all across the fucking league right now.
And what's that?
Basically, like all these players, like I mean, Shaq didn't go to Sacramento State, but like all these players are like just donating like $5 million to their alma mater's NIL contributions, and in exchange are getting like named the GM of the team. So like Trey Young's the GM of where the fuck did he go, Kyle?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, and Steph Curry's the GM at Davidson right now.
That sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah, sounds like something Kendall would be all about though.
Yeah, with that being said, I'm in.
Yeah. Kyle, go ahead.
Toast of excellence to Francisco Lindor. Today he becomes the 6th person all time to be hit by a pitch in the same inning.
Wait, he's what?
The 6th person all time to be hit by a pitch in the same inning. Twice.
Oh, you forgot the twice part, and that's why I was like, "What do you mean?"
That's what I meant.
The pitch bounced
Matt-
and
Matt-
hit him again.
Master, you got toast?
Yes, but as you may or may not hear, I have a problem in the background.
I can go. My toast is also to a New York Met. It's to Brandon Nimmo, who hit 9 RBIs, tying the club record with Carlos Delgado. Mets put up 19 runs versus the Nationals in their 4-game series matinee. And also, part of the stat that no one cares about, but I find kind of interesting, both of those games took place in a daytime 1 o'clock game. Or
They played at 4 o'clock today.
early window game is what I meant to say, not an evening game.
What's really funny though is like you kind of like struggled to get that out, like you were like not sure if it was real or not.
No, the problem is I just can't do 2 things at once, and I need to just learn that.
Well, while we wait for Massey, we can do our sip of silence as well. To former Chicago Bears defender Steve Mongo McMichael, who passed away this past week after a long battle with ALS, and he luckily for him was able to enjoy, even if it was a brief stint, but was still able to witness himself going into the NFL Hall of Fame last year. Much overdue. Sip of silence to Mongo. All right. Got a pretty cool Mongo story Kyle would appreciate. I think I told it to Kendall. I don't know who else I told it to, though.
Maybe
I was
Mass.
there.
Matt, were you there when I told the story?
Yeah.
Where were we that it was just the three of us?
Sliders.
Oh, all right, yeah. So, Kyle, you ready for this Mongo story?
Yeah.
So, Mongo was invited by the Cubs to do the Take Me Out to the Ball Game 7th inning stretch.
Mm.
So, he comes to the game. He's up in the booth, doing interviews and stuff with the broadcasters, and he's, as what was reported, was having a few more cold ones than one normally does in the booth. So he was getting a pretty good buzz on, and then he was down in the dugout doing some interviews with sideline reporters. So in the top of the 7th inning, there was a bang play at home that went against the Cubs, and they, there was booze and all that stuff. So Mongo comes out to do this, the taking out to the ball game, and before he does it, he's like, hyping up the crowd as only he can. And then he says to the Cubs, he says to in a microphone in front of the entire sold out Wrigley Field, don't you guys worry either. I'll make sure to have a conversation with that home plate ump about that bad call. Just blowing up his spot. Then sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" and then walks off the field to be escorted out of the stadium by security because he was thrown out of the game by the ump.
Hilarious.
Care to take a venture as to who the home plate ump was?
Angel Hernandez.
Bingo.
That guy's soft.
Yeah. Well, Massey, are you ready for your toast or no? I'm going to go with no. All right. Well, we wait
I
for
can do
Massey
my
to record.
toast.
Oh, you did it?
I can do my toast.
Oh, go ahead.
My toast is to noted piece of shit Lawrence Taylor.
Okay.
For once telling a player, no, I will not unretire my jersey number so that you can wear it. Go pick your own number and do something good about it. Said that to Abdul Carter.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. All right, well, drink your beers. And then while you guys are drinking the beers, I'd like to share this. I know Kyle knows it very well, but I have never really, I didn't really start watching baseball till about like 04. And I watched the end of the 03 season, the 04 season, like 05, 06, 07. Took a little bit of a break and then kind of came back into it like kind of college years. But I wasn't really watching it. I'm familiar with a lot of the names that were big in 2000. But I scrolled across this video where it was just a compilation of all of the 2000 MLB All Stars coming up for their first at bat, and they showed their little stat cast thing on the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys like to hear the stats at the All Star game at the All Star break for some of these players?
Please.
All right, up first we have Pudge for the Texas Rangers. At the All Star break, he was batting .366 with 26 home runs, 80 RBIs, and a .708 slugging percentage.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good. Up next, we have Montreal Expo, Vladimir Guerrero, batting .369 with 23 home runs, 76 RBIs, and a .694 slugging percentage.
I didn't
Up
realize
next, what?
Vlad's dad played. I thought he was just a junior.
No, Vlad's dad was very good.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer. Vlad also hit a home run off of an intentional walk pitch.
Dude was ridiculous.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Up next, we have Toronto Blue Jay Carlos Delgado batting .363 with 28 home runs, 80 RBIs, and a .709 slugging percentage. Following Delgado, we have Red Sox Nomar Garcia Parra batting .389. Huh?
I was doing the Boston Noma.
Batting .389 with 12 home runs, 55 RBIs, and a .444 on base percentage.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah. After that, we have Jeff Kent batting .355 with 23 home runs, 85 RBIs, and a .673 slug.
So
was he a Giant at that time?
He was a Giant.
So was a
Up
big
next
Jeff
we
Kent
have
guy.
Next, we have Oakland Athletic Jason Giambi batting .334 with 22 home runs, 78 RBIs, and a .474 on base percentage.
No.
After that, we have Cardinals Jim Edmonds batting .341, 25 home runs, 59 RBIs, and 81 runs scored.
So a lot of these guys have hit like 25 home runs at the All-Star break. Is that a lot like now?
He's about the same.
Okay.
It's not that it's a lot. It's just that it's a lot of guys that did it. Like
Okay.
at
So
this All Star
not
break,
usual to
you'll have what maybe like a handful, like on a regular season.
Yeah, I mean that's some guys like finishing numbers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Up next, we have New York Yankee Bernie Williams batting .329 with 19 home runs and 80 RBIs.
Don't buy his album.
Then we have Kansas City Royal Mike Sweeney batting .360 with 15 home runs and 78 RBIs.
Fucking love Mike Sweeney.
The other thing too, Mass, is these are just insane batting averages. Then we have Colorado Rocky Jeffrey Hammond batting .357 with 14 dingers and 65 RBIs. And that's the end of the list.
Only good here.
That's the end of the list. It's a pretty stacked line right there.
Yeah.
What year was it for Jeff Kent?
2000. Those 2000.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Now that you know what year it is.
He got to hit behind Barry Bonds.
Mm-hmm. And then real quick, before we dive into the rest of our show today, I found this thing that I thought would be interesting to kind of discuss a little bit. It was, as of March 14th of this year, the last year and player that every team drafted a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
There were 4 of them. So the 4 most recent were drafted in 2007. Does anybody care to take a venture as to what the team and player are?
2007.
Yep. I'll give you a hint. 2 offense, 2 defense. Actually, I'll give you a second hint as well. All 4 of these guys, I would make the argument, are most known for the team that drafted them.
One's got to be a Steeler. I'd say one's a Steeler, one's a Raven. I'm going to say one's probably a Patriot, and one's probably either a Cowboy or a 49er. How many of those did I get right?
We'll pick Cowboy or 49er because you gave 5. So pick Cowboy or 49er. Which one? Hello?
Will you tell me going into this, am I 3 for 4?
No, just tell me which one you're picking.
Man.
Just pick one. Doesn't make a difference.
Go with your gut, Mass.
49ers.
49ers? All right, you got 1 of 4.
Is it the 49ers?
Yep.
Damn it.
Patrick Willis.
Yep. Good job, Kyle. Patrick Willis.
2007.
Wish my brain worked.
Shut up, Kevin.
All right, so I'll give you a hint. The other defensive player had a nickname for his style of play. He had a nickname for like what happened when players went against him.
In a punch?
Darrell Rivas.
Darrell Rivas for the Jets.
Oh.
And then the other 2 is, like Kyle's like favorite non-Steeler offensive player of all time.
Calvin Johnson.
Yep. And then the, most like unsung hero of that draft and of this shit squad.
Quan Bolden.
No, we're talking from 2007 to now might be the worst team in NFL. Like, just
Joe
overall.
Thomas.
Yep, Joe Thomas from the Cleveland Browns.
I heard a funny draft thing with him today.
Yeah, do you care to share?
So, they invited him to the draft room, and he told them, "No, I'm going fishing with my father." And then the guy calls back and said, "You might have dropped in the draft because people are starting to think that you're a prima donna." He said, "No, I'm definitely not going," and hung up.
Whereas
He got drafted number 2.
Who was the third one we said?
Calvin.
Oh, Calvin.
Calvin Johnson.
He should have been a Raider.
So I think we could. So we keep going down the list. These are all players. So 2006 was the Chicago Bears, most known for the Chicago Bears. Any guesses?
Charles Tillman?
Nope. Charles Tillman is not in the Hall of Fame.
See, I wish I could remember these things.
All right. Repeat the question.
Devin Hester.
Paul.
Devin Hester, 2006. Yep. 2005, Dallas Cowboys, most known for being a Cowboy, though had more success as a Bronco.
That's just a Bronco.
DeMarcus Ware?
DeMarcus Ware. Up next, 2004, the Kansas City Chiefs, not known for being a Chief.
Jared Allen?
Jared Allen, yep.
Damn it.
2003, some curly-headed, nappy-head Samoan.
Troy Polamalu.
Yep, and also in 2003, known for being a Texan.
Andre Johnson.
Yep. 2002, we had 3 defensive players, all known most for their teams.
Defensive players known for their teams?
Yep, 2 of them won a Super Bowl with their team. The other one,
Ed
the other
Reed?
one, I don't think.
Ed Reed?
Yep.
Richard Seymour.
Who?
Richard Seymour.
No.
Was he a Patriot?
Rodney Harrison?
What?
Tackle or an edge?
Edge and technically speaking, I guess both. Yeah, both edges.
Edge and outside linebacker?
Well, like he swapped between edge and linebacker. It depended on who was defensive coordinator in his years there.
Watt's
But
not Hall of Famer yet.
He was a pass rusher.
Hmm.
Watt was also not drafted in 2002.
Oh, 2002. Peppers?
Julius Peppers,
Jabril Peppers.
and then the other one from 2002 won a Super Bowl.
Um,
Won a Super Bowl in his first 5 years.
Green?
I don't know.
He did
Freeney?
technically. Yep, Dwight Freeney. Up next, we have 3 players in 2001. Patriot, Seahawk, and Charger, all most known for their teams.
All right, so that's got to be Richard Seymour.
Richard Seymour for the Patriots.
He was a better Raider. We all know it.
What are the other 2 teams?
Seahawks and Chargers.
What year?
The Seahawk, I guess you could. The Seahawk, you could make the argument that would be probably equally as known as a Viking.
Sidney Rice.
Offense or defense?
For the Chargers,
Who was the Seahawk one?
nobody gets it.
Oh, are they both offense or defense?
The Chargers is an
Oh, the
offensive player, and as is the
Seahawks
Seahawks.
Viking is the offensive lineman. Steve Hutchinson.
Yep, Kyle's looking this up.
I
Oh,
swear to God, I'm not. I'm watching the Rockies game.
Is it Tomlinson
it's
for the
on-
Chargers?
It's on the Rockies game, Kyle. I'm watching that too.
I swear to God, I'm not looking it up.
It is LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, LT.
All right, now we're out of the 2000s. 1999 Washington Commanders, not known for being a commander.
Yeah, because he's a Redskin. I see what you did there.
Also not known for being a Redskin.
Did he start with the Redskins?
Well, that's who drafted him.
Okay.
Champ Bailey?
Champ Bailey.
Kind of
Oh,
screwed it up.
I didn't know
Now we're
Chip
into-
Kelly was a Redskin.
Now we're into 1998, where, created arguably the second best of all time at both of these positions. One Viking, one Raider.
Charles Woodson.
Randy Moss.
Yep. Now we had 3 in 1997. The Bucks, the Dolphins, and the Rams, all arguably most known for those teams.
Jason
Orlando
Taylor.
Pace.
Jason Taylor.
Orlando Pace.
Yep.
What's the last team?
Bucks.
Warren Sapp.
Nope.
Derek Brooks.
Was there a receiver for Tampa Bay that I'm remembering that was really good? I think he killed himself.
They all are the same.
Well, there was two. There was
I think
Keenan
I
McCardell.
think
He's a sports analyst now.
I think the one I'm thinking of killed himself.
This guy did not kill himself. He's a sports analyst now.
Was it Booker McFarland?
Nope. This guy lost. This guy lost a Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl. Was only a Tampa Bay Buck. Has a brother that played in the league that also won a Super Bowl. Or no, sorry, did not win a Super Bowl.
Oh, Rondé Barber.
Tiki never won a Super Bowl, right?
Nope.
No, Tiki left the year before they won.
And then badmouth the Giants.
Yep.
Moving on to 1996, Philadelphia Eagle, most known for.
Brandon Dawkins. Brian Dawkins.
Yep.
Ryan Dawkins, Weapon X.
Guy was so fucking good.
It's weird to watch this team without Charlie Blackman.
Up next, we have 1995, 2 players. One an undeserving Bronco Hall of Famer, and the other one a Jacksonville Jaguar.
All right, so that's Terrell Davis.
Yep.
Because you said that the other day. And then
I
who was the other one?
With that statement?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's one of their only Hall of Fame players, Tony Baselli.
Yep. Current Vice President of Football Operations, Tony Baselli. Now we're into 1993, where we have 2. One definitely known for his team winning 2 Super Bowls at the twilight of his career. Defensive end for the Giants.
That would be Mr. Michael Strahan.
Yep. And then we also have a offensive player for the New Orleans Saints.
Hughes McAllister.
Nope.
Should be.
That's very funny. Who's the wide receiver that never got recognized?
Offensive lineman.
Marquise Colson.
Marquise Colson was not drafted in 93.
I know, but I was just trying to think of
I don't know. Saints offensive lineman.
Yeah, I don't think I know.
Actually, hold on. I don't know it, but I'm going to pretend that I do.
Love it. I love that journey for you.
Thank you. Don't stop believing, Kendall.
Paul, is this a person that we would know? Just curious.
You would, and I mean, Kyle might have heard the name, probably didn't stick. You would know the name because you're sick, and so would Massey. Because he's sick.
Saints.
Fuck you, Atlanta.
I'm throwing in the towel on this one.
Mass, you giving up?
Throwing a towel.
Mass, giving up?
Yes, I'm turning the towel in for this one.
I'm not turning
All
it
right.
in.
We were looking for offensive lineman Willie Roaf.
Oh man,
I was going to get there.
I know you were.
Take us through your
Up
process.
next, we have a pair of players from 1991, both wearing red jerseys. One known for his team, the other not.
Okay, so obviously
So one's a Cardinal.
he's referring to the red Giant jerseys, so keep that in mind.
Okay. So we haven't done a Falcon yet, I don't think.
Or a Cardinal.
The one known for his team played safety. Sorry, no, he did not. He played corner. My bad. He was a corner.
Oh, if it's the Cardinals, that's
He left his team to go play for. He left his team to go play for a division rival.
yeah, for my team.
You should know it.
Oh my god, Aeneas Williams.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who's the Falcons? So the Falcons not known for their team.
Nope. More known on the 3 other teams he played for.
Andre Rison?
3 other teams.
I don't even know if it's a Hall of Famer.
Excuse me, Kendall. What's his full name?
Andre Bad Moon Rison.
There you go. Andre Bad Moon Rising. Offense or defense?
Offense.
Is he a Falcon? Was he drafted a Falcon?
That's what the whole name of this game is. The last time every team drafted a Hall of Famer.
I know, but are we confirming that he was drafted by the Falcons?
Yes, that's the name of the game. The team
you
had to
hadn't-
draft him.
You didn't say what team it was. I'm asking to confirm that's the team.
I said yes earlier when you said Falcons and
Oh.
Cardinals.
I didn't hear you say yes to that. I'm sorry.
You don't listen. You're grounded.
All right.
Ah.
I'm sorry.
Suck it.
Psychopath.
Hmm.
All right. So offensive player drafted by the Falcons.
Roddy White.
There you go, Kyle. Got it.
Roddy
Guy-
White.
Yep.
Guy hung around
He's not a Hall
forever.
of Famer.
He also wasn't drafted in '91.
No, that's true.
Playing his 23rd season.
Joe Horn.
Hmm.
I'm
Joe
trying to
Horn.
think. There's not a Tony Gonzalez.
Nope.
Man, that's a
Tony
long
Gonzalez
career.
was drafted by the Chiefs, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah.
long career.
Did we
Trying
give
to
up?
think. Yeah, I'm
Hold on, no,
close to
I
giving
don't
up.
give up.
Um,
Trying to
Come on.
think.
Andre Rison.
We already said Andre Rison. He was also drafted by the Browns, I thought.
He was drafted by the Cardinals.
What I said.
All right, so no tight ends that I can think of. No wide receivers I can really think of.
Oh, just give up
Billy
already.
White Shoes Johnson. I don't know.
Did we give up?
No, shut up.
Just give up so we can move on. We have other things we got to do.
And
No.
Dorsey.
If Kyle
Well,
says you
quarterback.
guys give up, Kyle says you guys give up, you give up.
If we give up, I'm leaving the call.
Come on.
Quarterbacks.
Fine, can we move on to the
Not
next
a
team?
quarterback, Massey.
Huh?
It's not a quarterback.
Paul, is it a quarterback?
I'm not giving any more hints.
You know what? It is a quarterback. It's Brett Favre.
There you go, Kyle. Way to be the smartest one in the room.
Kyle.
All right, moving
Look
on
me up,
next. We have to
you asshole.
1990. 1990, we have a safety most known for the Green Bay Packers.
I'm kicking Kyle out of the call. He looked that up.
No, he didn't. It made sense.
Brett Favre played for 3 other teams. He's most known for all of those 3 teams more
He
than the
also
Falcons.
told me that it wasn't a quarterback, so he's lying.
And then- yeah.
I said, never mind. It's Brett Favre.
Well, to be fair,
to be fair,
Remembering that he got drafted by the Falcons.
when you hear
All right.
Hall of Fame player playing for 4 teams, you don't think quarterback. Usually, Hall of Fame quarterbacks are pretty much like kind of set to 2 at most.
Yeah. All right. So,
And then he said quarterback, and he realized, oh, wait a minute.
all right. So next team is who?
Safety for the Packers, most known for the Packers.
Safety for the Packers, most known for the Packers.
Jordan Love.
I don't think I'm going to know it.
You know it.
Ah, God, he's...
You won't think of it, but you'll know it.
Hmm.
You guys all know the names of the last 4 players. I'll just give it to you. So we got 1990 Packers, 1988. We have Kendall's Heroes hero, Kendall's football heroes hero for the Buffalo Bills. 1983. 1983. What?
Bruce Smith.
For what?
The Bills.
No.
No.
1983, we have a guy who was played for 3 teams that were all the same organization.
Wait, what?
That should be
So he
Kendall.
was a Colt, a Brown, and a Raven.
Nope.
Oh, a Raider, and a Raider.
Nope.
A Titan Oiler.
Yep.
Oh,
Warren Moon.
Warren Moon.
Nope.
Eddie George.
who's the?
Is it Matthews?
Bruce Matthews. And then in 1980, the last one, the Bengals.
That's the offensive
Achilles
lineman,
Smith.
Messi.
No,
Boomer
Munoz?
Esiason.
Yep, Anthony Munoz, offensive tackle for the Bengals. So you guys are missing
Kyle?
you guys are missing the Packer and the Buffalo Bill.
Jim Kelly.
Who's the? Oh, it might be Jim Kelly.
It's not Jim Kelly. It's
Who's the
Kendall's.
wide receiver?
There is no wide receiver.
Who was the wide receiver on those Kelly teams?
Listen
Isn't
to
it
the
Andre
hint.
Rison?
Listen to the hint.
I don't know who Kendall's hero is.
Kendall's football heroes, football hero.
I don't know who Kendall's football hero is.
Okay, well, Kendall's on your team.
Kendall, who's your football hero?
So I'm trying to think. Is he referring to Jerome Bettis?
He's referring to the Jews.
Oh, who's the? Oh, is it the Juice?
No.
He's so funny.
So
who was the running back on those Kelly?
Who would have been
teams?
Jerome Bettis' hero?
Thurman Thomas?
Thurman Thomas. And the Green Bay Packer is Leroy Butler.
Mm.
Oh, all right.
I never would have got there.
Neither
But
would
you know
I.
the name. But you know the name.
I actually don't.
Yes, you do.
Not that I remember. Maybe if I saw a highlight package.
All right, cue it up.
He was a safety in the 90s. There wasn't a lot of highlights.
All those highlights are penalties today.
You know what's crazy? Everyone talks about how, like, the old style of football was, like, running the football and not passing and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you go decade by decade. So, like, in the 50s, there were 2 running backs to win MVP, both of them Jim Brown. And then in the 60s, there were 3. Hornung, Taylor, and then Brown again. In the 70s, there were 4. Larry Brown. God, sorry, I'm like having a panic attack. The Juice, which Kyle is a little bit before 88. Walter Payton and Earl Campbell, which I thought was pretty cool. Then you get to the 80s, there was 1, Marcus Allen. Then you get to the 90s, there were 4 again. Thomas, Smith, Sanders, and Davis. And then since 2000, there's been 4 more. So it's kind of like almost lining up a little bit.
Mm.
There hasn't been one since 2012.
That's interesting.
We put this in game with baseball.
What the last? I'd have to I have to do the research for it, but sure.
Yay.
I'm not going to do it tonight.
Oh.
I'll go through and I'll do the research. Well, I'll try to have it ready for next week.
Yay.
All right. So I believe Kendall has a game, but should we real quick just kind of go through some draft stuff?
Yes.
Ritter Sanders fell. Our teams did good drafts. Cam Ward, good job going number 1 overall. Moving on.
Well, I'm shocked. I thought Mass would be all about that.
Yeah, Massey knows what game we're playing, so he's more excited for that. Well, I mean, Shedeur Sanders was not taken in the first round, which was naturally a bigger talking point than him getting drafted in the first round.
True.
As
Not only
Massey,
was he not drafted in the first round, he was skipped over. Like Cam Ward interview as the number 1 overall pick on stage was skipped over by ESPN so they could talk about Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah. As Matthew will agree, Shedeur Sanders is falling in the draft is accredited only to his lack of ability to do interviews properly. He was apparently, according to multiple reports, he was a smug, arrogant prick in his interviews. and told a few head coach / GMs, including I guess Brian Daboll, like came out and basically said that Shedeur Sanders said, "Yeah, I didn't study the playbook you guys sent me. Just put on the tape." So that was cool. We had 2 quarterbacks go in the first round, which Massey would probably know this off the top of his head because he's smarter at these things than we are, but it has got to be the fewest quarterbacks taken in the first round in some time, right? At least a few years.
7 years.
7 years. So you got that. And one of them was a trade back in, so
Almost was just the one.
Almost was just one. Kyle and Kendall's team picked a player who had a really good and then really bad day all in about an hour.
Yeah, poor guy.
Well, I mean, he knew it was coming.
Yeah, I
She
know.
was-
But still,
she was-
probably not as easy.
No, I know, but like I'm just saying, like it's not like she got hit by a car on the way home from the draft. Like she was on life support.
Right.
Can we
It's
also
sad.
laugh?
Yes.
Not at that. Specifically, not at that.
Then I won't laugh.
That I just
What?
threw out a number for the last time that happened, and I think I'm right.
Oh, really? I just assumed that you were telling the truth.
That's why I said it.
I was
I think I'm
very
right.
happy with the Steelers draft. Very happy.
Yeah, Bears fans and Bears fans and analysts are all very, very mixed in how they feel about the draft of the Bears.
I was listening to somebody today. I forgot who it was.
I was
One of my
wrong.
YouTube guys, and they were saying that Loveland is the better fit for the Bears than Tyler Warren.
He is the better fit for the Bears. Tyler
He
Warren,
is.
the way that Tyler Warren, he's also look as from watching film. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I watched college football and honed in on these two guys. You know, definitely didn't watch a lot of Penn State football. I can tell you that. But from everything I saw and everything I read, Colson Loveland is actually the better tight end. It's just that what's his face Warren. He had a 5th year because I think he was hurt for his first year. So he had technically, I mean, he only played 4 years, but he was a 5th year starter technically, and his last year in college, the offense was just entirely ran through him. So he was like, I mean, not to say that he didn't produce, he did. Not taking anything away from him. Not saying he's not good, but he received a volume of targets that he's not going to get at the NFL level, at least not right away. Like he's not going to come in. Who drafted him? The Colts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he'll get his fair share of targets, but Michael Pittman's no joke. They like to run stuff out of the backfield. There's players on that team. There's that other guy, Pierce, right?
Oh,
Yep.
Alec Pierce, yeah.
Like there's receivers on that team that have a rapport with Anthony Richardson if he's starting, or if Daniel Jones likes the deep ball and Pierce is a deep ball threat, and Michael Pittman's a go up and get him guy. So he'll get his fair share, but he's not going to come in and be 40% of the target share.
What about
Can I
Josh?
also interrupt?
Yes.
I was very wrong.
Oh, why?
It's been 2 years.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
2022
I was also
NFL draft. The only quarterback selected in the first round was Kenny Pickett.
wrong. Oh,
Yeah.
I was also wrong.
Now he's hanging
then-
out.
And
So
after that, 97 was the last time that was that low.
The Colston Loveland player, Kyle, Colston Loveland is more of like a Travis Kelce. Like I'm not saying he's going to be Travis Kelce, but he's like a Travis Kelce, Evan Ingram style tight end. Like he's going to line up in the slot. He's going to line up outside. He's going to line up he's basically going to be a 6'6" receiver. And Tyler, he's more of a catch the ball in stride across the middle and do damage after, like George Kittle. Whereas Tyler Warren is more of like a Rob Gronkowski. He's going to get the ball up the seam, and if you can't get him down, he'll break it off. But he's going to catch the 25-yard pass. So that Tyler Warren would just be them basically just drafting Cole Kmet again. That's what Cole Kmet is. So if you're going to run a 2 tight end set, it doesn't really make sense to have 2 of the exact same tight ends.
Also,
So-
didn't know Ben Johnson was a tight end coach.
Yeah, Miami.
So
When Dan Campbell was the interim head coach, right?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, so everything I've seen from every single like Bears media thing, fans, and like NFL analysts, they are all over the place. I've seen grades as high as A, and I've seen them as low as C minus. And like every pick in there, with the exception of Ozzie Trapillo and Shamar Turner, they're two late second round picks. Everybody is just completely all over the place with how they feel about the other rest of the picks in the draft. Like I saw one today that gave the Bears a B minus, and they rated the Luther Burden pick a D.
Decent draft, but we hate this one.
Well, I think a lot of Bears fans that didn't like the draft were kind of the same mindset of just that like every pick they made, there was a better defensive end and a better running back available where they picked that person. And like that was just like that was for the most of the fans uh what you would call it. A lot of people just thought the Bears needed to upgrade those two positions the most.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll find out if that kid that they signed from the Colts is any good.
Yeah, I mean that's really. I mean, and the other thing too is like there's still stuff going on. I mean, I don't foresee them doing anything. But like I mean, at this moment in time, Trey Hendrickson's still demanding a trade. Now, I don't believe that the Bears would trade for him, just given what they've done to the defensive line in free agency. I just think that would be like a too many mouths to feed situation. Like you're not gonna sign a defensive end for 48 million, have Montez Sweat on the team, and trade for Trey Hendrickson just to rotate them. Well, maybe they do. Who knows?
And there'll be a running back that gets cut, and the Bears will pick him
Nope.
up.
Bears are already looking to bring in Nick Chubb for a workout.
They're going to bring in a veteran running back because I think a lot of things too, like a lot of fans. I mean, I'm not saying this guy's going to be like a big deal or anything like that, but I think a lot of fans forget too that the Bears organization was very high on Ian Wheeler during like the whole Hard Knocks thing. Like they were like really pushing him. They really liked him, and then he tore his ACL in preseason. So like I mean, you figure like the Bears chose to like put him on IR, to continue paying him and keep him on the roster so he couldn't be practice squad poached.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of shows you how they felt about him. Like, now he might not even make the team, but like it just goes to show you that they thought there was something there. Granted, it was a different regime, but Ryan Poles, when Ryan Poles is faithful to a guy, he's pretty faithful to him, mostly for the wrong. So we'll see. Oh man, this is a good toast of excellence. Kendall should have done this one.
What's that?
KFC on April 26, 2025 tweeted, "The Colonel was rejected 1,009 times before finally landing our famous original recipe. Sometimes all a Sanders needs is a little time to cook. Congrats, Shador."
Stupid.
Oh man, I might buy a fucking White Sox jersey this year. Son of a bitch.
Why's that?
I can't believe that I might purchase a fucking jersey for a team that sucks so bad.
What they do, or who is it?
It won't. I mean, I don't know who, but I'll put it in the GSWD. Look at these. Look at these fucking cross. They did these cross sport jerseys.
Yeah, you got to get that.
That's fucking sick. I kind of just want the whole ensemble.
Yeah, you got to go all in on this. You got to be that guy.
I mean, I'm about as good at baseball as that guy. The fucking neckline is sick too. It has all the championship. It has the championships from both teams.
Well, that was cool.
That's awesome. Kyle, do you like that jersey?
Let me look at it.
It's a pretty obnoxious outfit, especially for a baseball game. I might have to buy one of those.
It's all right. A lot of
Thanks,
red.
Kyle.
I mean, that is cool. I thought you'd be more into that, Kyle.
I'm not a red guy.
Yeah, but
So you hate it because it's red? You don't? It doesn't look cool, like because of what it is.
It looks cool.
You should
Do you
send it.
understand what it is?
Yeah, the Chicago Bulls, Blackhawks, and
Nope.
White Sox.
No, it's just the Bulls.
Don't worry, the Blackhawks will have some wings on there.
You should send a direct message asking if it comes with the chair.
Well, you're dumb. These jerseys are so red. It's going to be obnoxious to watch that on a field. I love it.
What's the occasion? Is it just City Connect or
It's
something else?
Yeah, it's their City Connects. They did a thing with the Bulls.
I got you. Cool.
During the playoff game, they gave custom Lakers jerseys to Brenda Song and Macaulay Culkin.
But why?
Because Brenda Song's like hot.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, we kind of need Massey to come back to do the other thing we were going to do. So
You leave?
No, he's lurking in the
I'm right here.
shadows.
he's doing some baby stuff, man.
You're doing some baby stuff, man.
I am. I just pooped my pants.
Jizzed in his pants.
Needs a change right now.
Do you like that show? The song?
What the
What song?
Lonely Island?
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's a meme about the Shador Sanders thing. It's Dave Chappelle from the Pop Copy skit. Why hasn't the NFL team selected Shador Sanders yet? It's Dave Chappelle. Because fuck him, that's why.
A lot of it might have to do with his father, too.
Oh, I mean,
I'll tell you what. A
You
lot
know?
a lot of people are roasting the Green Bay Packers, and I'm all about it.
why's that?
Well, because the thing that the Green Bay Packers finally selected a receiver in the first round, and the Bears got a better one in the second round.
That whole thing was really weird in the draft. It's like, okay, we're gonna take a quick moment so the Packers pick can talk to the crowd.
It's a home crowd. Of course they're going to do that.
Yeah, but
They
it's,
don't. That's like the first time they've ever done that, though.
Yeah,
They
they're
don't
probably
use-
doing it
they
for the Steelers next year.
They don't usually let the pick address the crowd.
yeah, it was weird and pandering, and I didn't like it.
Oh, pandering! Wow.
Yeah, I had to throw that out there. You know, Mike Mock accused me as a panderer.
You're more of a diorama guy.
Big diorama guy. Big time diorama. Like, don't you can miss me with those trifold posters. Sign me up for a diorama.
Paul's more of a Venn diagram person.
I like Venn diagrams a lot. I actually use them like in my daily life.
I bet you
See?
in this group, the person who could pretty much draw a pretty good freehand circle is Paul.
Don't underestimate me, Kendall.
Kyle, I know for for certain you could not.
Man, this is so funny too. The picture of LeBron James and Anthony Edwards on the sideline during a TV timeout, and he's like, LeBron's got like his arm around him, and he's like laughing with Anthony Edwards. And if you look at the score ticker, the Lakers are losing 111 to 104, so they're only down 7 with 2 minutes to go. In the fourth quarter, and the caption: Braun laughing with Ant with 2 minutes left and down by 7 in a playoff game is why nobody respects this dude anymore. He's not locked in. Kobe would have not spoken a word to anybody, made everybody feel like their wives were in jeopardy, and then single handedly beat the Timberwolves by 12.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah,
So the Wolves are up in that series?
I think they're 1 win away.
Yeah, good.
Let's see, we can check in on it right now.
Yes, they are up 3-1.
Yeah, so tonight we have the Cavaliers are currently beating the Miami Heat with 3:16 to go in the third. They're up 103 to 50. So that game's over. So Cleveland's about to sweep Miami. Jesus Christ, they're up 50 points with still a full quarter to go. And then the Rockets and Warriors are playing tonight. Golden State's up 2-1. Tomorrow is winner go home for Bucks versus the Pacers. They're down 3-1. Knicks are up 3-1 on the Pistons. Magic are down 3-1 to the Celtics. Nuggets and Clippers are tied at 2 apiece after the Aaron Gordon buzzer beater dunk. And Timberwolves are down 3-1. So
Down 3-1 or up 3-1?
sorry, Timberwolves are up 3-1, sorry.
I'd like to see Minnesota win.
And Houston's playing Golden State. Memphis is up.
OKC swept Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis has already been eliminated.
Talk about a team that should be better than what they are.
What, Houston? Memphis?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ever since the whole gun thing, John Morant hasn't really been like that killer instinct dude. No pun intended.
Beat me to it.
I just really hope Utah doesn't get Cooper Flag.
Maybe they're going to.
I know he's white. It just makes so much sense. But I want him to go to Charlotte because if he goes to Charlotte, you just know he's going to be bad.
I don't want him to be bad.
But like, no matter how good he is, he's going to be bad.
Yeah, I get it. The Bulls are going to trade for LaMelo.
Yeah, because that's what they need, another fucking point guard. Lonzo Ball, Ayo Dosunmu, Josh Giddey, Kobe White, bring them in. All the guards.
Well, for the longest time, they needed a point guard, and now they have too many.
Yeah, let's be real, Kyle. The Bulls are going to do the most Bulls thing ever. They're gonna. Everyone's getting pissed off with their mediocrity commitment. They're gonna go, oh, we're gonna be committed to winning, and they're gonna execute a blockbuster trade where they're gonna send Kobe White, Patrick Williams, Ayu Dosunmu, and somebody else, and a first-round pick to the Sixers for Joel Embiid. And they're gonna be like, look, we got MVP Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I do that.
And then they're going to do Joel Embiid and Vooch on the floor, and they're both going to average a total of 6 points over the course of 82 games.
Hey, at least he's playing for you guys.
Vooch was great after they traded Levine. I got to tell you, though, did nobody, like, say to the Sacramento GM, like, when they said, oh, hey, we're going to trade for Levine? Like, did nobody say, like, hey, they just did the whole Levine DeRozan thing for 3 years, and it really just didn't work.
The Kings are going to be the Kings. That's why they're middle of the road all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they had just had some sort of like good point guard, they would have been really good this year. But you know, that's what happens when you get rid of De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah. Well, Halliburton is okay because they got Sabonis out of it.
Yeah, but
you know,
yeah,
Sabonis is going back to the Pacers this year
maybe
for Miles Turner.
for me.
That guy has been rumored to be traded for the last 13 years. That dude's gonna be a Pacer for life.
Fingers
What's
crossed.
this game? Massey?
He's busy, man.
He was here 2 seconds ago.
He's actually just got to mow the lawn.
Well, can we explain the game?
Go ahead, Connor.
Well, one of our favorite things, or at least one of my favorite things, is Massey and fitting his narrative. So I thought would be a fun thing is if Massey compiles a few of his, sports takes, biases, opinions, whatever, and we kind of do like an around the horn kind of type segment with us as the panel. So a big part of this game is the mass being present.
So you're saying that you suck?
In a word, yes. And that can be corroborated by my awful pouring of a second beer, which is basically all foam at this point. So take
That's what I'm
that,
saying.
Souls.
All right.
Yeah,
We can do a draft until then,
that we can.
or something.
What's the draft, Paul?
Let's draft. What can we draft? What can we draft? What can we
I'd
draft?
just like to remind you, gentlemen, that I tried to speed the draft recap along, and Paul said no.
We're waiting for you to play the game.
Yeah, we didn't know that you were
I
going to
know.
like.
I tried
have to
to
leave.
speed the. Well, I don't have to, but somebody's been screaming since, and I don't know when he's going to stop now.
That's fine, but I'm just saying, like, even if we sped it along, you would have left mid-game. Just saying, like, be a jerk about it.
I would just, give that kid some chloroform.
There you go. You just,
All right. What do we want to draft?
Chloroform.
All right, let's draft chloroform.
I got chloroform.
No, you get the third pick.
want to do like unlikely duos? Oh, I don't know. I think I cut out there. I didn't hear what you said. Oh, am I alone? Is it me?
No, I'm here.
Souls is here.
Idiot.
Yep, I'm an idiot, all right.
Just cracked my thumb in like 9 places.
Hear me.
Yes.
All right, you can't pick the United States. Let's draft countries.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. Like, based off what, though?
Their existence.
Okay. Off their animals.
Okay.
Kyle, you don't seem interested in this.
What?
You don't seem interested in this.
Very interested.
No, I don't believe that. So let's change it. You know,
Just draft countries by their.
no. You made it. You made a scene.
You're right.
You know, Kyle. Whenever we do draft topics, you're like having a girlfriend that doesn't want to pick where they go eat, but says no to all the places.
I mean, I was on board. So you're the girlfriend here.
No, I'm the angry boyfriend that's gonna hit his girlfriend.
Nice.
Bring it on.
Oh, someone's feeling fucking feisty tonight, huh, Kyle?
Alex
guy's looking-
was so trash.
Yeah.
He
All
just
right.
missed a fly ball.
Let's draft. We've probably done this in the past, but let's just draft it anyway. Let's draft video game franchises.
Okay.
All right.
But you can't draft you can't like be overly generic, meaning like you can't say all of the Mario games. Like, you have to pick like the Mario Karts or the Mario Parties.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pick like all of the whatchamacallit, like all the Pokemon games. Like you can either just have like the standard Pokemon games, or you can pick like the Pokemon like extra games, like the Snap and Stadium and all that shit.
Okay.
Things like that.
Yeah.
I guess Mario would be like the only really big example of that, but
Yeah.
So, Souls, Kendall, me.
All right. So going for a popular pick here with the first pick, I'll go with the GTA series.
All right.
Wow, I did not expect that from Souls. I don't know why.
Kyle's playing this one for best overall. He's not playing for favorites.
That's right, baby.
Well, good on you, Mr. Souls.
Too bad Kendall doesn't know video games, so.
Well, I'll do my best here. All right. I will take the Final Fantasy franchise.
We've never even played any of their games.
That is actually untrue, but I it's almost like me not it's not even worth me defending because there's like a bunch of those games and I've only played a little bit of one, so it's like me not even playing it at all.
All right, I'm gonna go for. I mean, it's a really good video game franchise, but it's also a homer pick too, so I'm cool with it. I'm gonna take Uncharted, and
Nice.
then I'm also gonna take the Mortal Kombat franchise.
Reach.
And I thought you were going Spyro.
I wasn't. I didn't. You can take Spyro when it comes back to you if you want.
Probably won't.
All right.
Kindle will take it though.
Nope. All right.
There's so.
Let's get on this ring to it. Okay. I will get one just off the board for the hell of it. I will take Madden.
Okay. Still back to backs.
I'm gonna go with the Backyard Sports franchise,
Good pick.
Nice.
and then I'm gonna go with.
Spyro.
I'll go MLB The Show franchise.
All right. Reed.
Okay. I'm
You guys
gonna,
gonna like my last pick.
I'm gonna take a really obscure one here. I'm going to take the really weird grouping of South Park video games.
All right. I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the like Super Mario World franchise, and I am going to take. I'm gonna go old school here. It might not have a large platform of games, but it's one of the most recognizable video games of all time. I'm gonna take the Pac-Man games.
Thought you were gonna say Tetris. I don't understand the love for Tetris.
It's like you have to be into like puzzles. It's a puzzle game. It's not like
Some quick decision making.
Yeah, you gotta. It's high anxiety, quick thinking, problem solving. It's less of a game and more of just like video math homework.
Hey, as a
Big
quick
fan of Brick Breaker.
It's a different game.
mini
Whatever.
stall, how many Pac-Man games are there that like just off the top of the head?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go off the traditional sense, there's Pac-Man and then there's Mrs. Pac-Man, but there was like I forget the name of the company. Massey probably knows it. Techcom or something like that. I think that made like they actually made some like they made a couple Pac-Man games that were like kind of like actual like video games like a Mario style game. Like you could like run around and like eat pellets to like as coins or something like that, like as some sort of like thing, and then like fight bad guys and stuff. I also think Pac-Man was in some fighting game. I don't know if Pac-Man was ever in Smash.
Because I obviously know Ms. Pac-Man, but it's like for a game like as popular, I feel like there had to have been like
What's the
variations.
What was the name of the company that made like that like linear like Pac-Man game?
That linear Pac-Man game? What are you talking about?
Not linear, like like a what's like the style of game called like a Crash Bandicoot? No, not Crash Bandicoot. Like like a Crash Bandicoot, where like you're just
Platformer?
kind of like there was a Pac-Man platformer game. Was it like Techcom or something like that? Techcom?
There was Pac-Man World, and that was still just been a Namco.
Was it just Namco then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's actually been a lot, Kendall.
Really?
Yeah, Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-Mania, Pac-Attack, Pac-Man 2, Pac in Time.
That's a good name. All right. Well, I appreciate some of the insight. I will go the Legend of Zelda franchise.
Okay. Souls back to back.
Let's see. I'll go with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare franchise.
Well, you can just have Call of Duty as a whole.
All right, I'll go Call of Duty. Then I'm gonna go with Simpsons Hit and Run.
So you know what's funny? That was my inspiration for the South Park pick. I was like,
So
I'm
funny.
gonna go even more obscure than that.
Simpsons Hit and Run was sick.
All right, Reed.
All right, here's a real poser pick. I'll take FIFA.
That's not even a poser pick. It's just weird. That's like a weird thing for you to take.
Listen, I'm all thrown off my game. I didn't expect Kyle to take GTA. You know, my whole draft was based on that.
Is this the last pick, or are we running it back?
We'll run it back.
All right. I'm gonna take. I'll take Pokemon. I didn't know where you guys were gonna go, so I kind of thought I would leave it for somebody, but nobody took it, so I have to take it. I'm gonna take Pokemon, and then I'm gonna take the Elder Scrolls.
Okay.
Because like Morrowind was like one of the greatest games ever.
Now that comprises of all. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Skyrim,
yeah.
Morrowind. I forget what the first one is. I'm like blanking on it right now.
Help me out. If I'm copying, or like, is Assassin's Creed its own thing?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm taking.
Back to me, huh?
Mm-hmm. Get back to backs.
I guess I'll take 2K. Not happy with it.
But basketball or baseball?
Basketball, you jackwagon.
Listen, we played 2K baseball.
Yeah, that's been like gone forever.
I'm just saying, it's a different franchise technically.
Yeah, me.
And what was the other one?
I didn't say another one yet.
Oh, all right. You could take Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're right. I am going to.
There you go.
I love Sonic. I actually like the movies a little bit.
You like them a lot of it.
I do. A lot of it. Keanu Reeves is the bad guy in the last one.
Nice.
Kendall, last pick.
Wait, you're picking tap baseball here?
Oh man,
No, he's picking EA Sports head coach.
I haven't like played tap baseball in like 2 years.
Oh, I should pick that choices game for the iOS.
It's terrible.
Last pick, I will take. I'll take the Red Dead Redemption franchise.
All right, I'll round it out with Kingdom Hearts.
Good pick.
Thanks, man.
Hey, what can I say?
All right, well, no Massey, no game. So what are we rounding this out with?
Actually, I did have something I've kind of been holding on to, and it's more like a hypothetical. I wanted to kind of get your guys' opinion.
Oh God, we're about to revisit fucking sports blackjack, aren't we?
Guys, get out your deck of cards. No, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion, and then if
that we played that,
we played a lot of weird games, but it's like a hypothetical, and then how could we do it if we were to do this hypothetical? And I was thinking, I didn't come up with this. I heard this on a radio show, but if we could, like, incentivize, getting rewarded for your best record in football, just in the the sense that like we all know what happens that excuse me, like tanking sort of it does exist in some capacity. It just does, but like you have a bad record, you get rewarded with a top pick. Like,
Mhm.
would you guys be on board if they were able to kind of flip things and like you win the Super Bowl and then you have the number one pick in the draft, and then so on and so forth? They kind of just you flip the spectrum of how the NFL draft is actually done. Would you guys
No,
be
because then the Eagles would have Travis Hunter.
so? But
Also, well, I'm saying also no because like it actually kind of like helps that it goes in reverse order because chances are if you're a perennial playoff team and you're winning the Super Bowl and like you're in that mix with some like regularity like the Eagles, like the 49ers were, the Kansas City Chiefs are, Buffalo, like you're already dealing with cap problems. Like the difference in cap space between the first overall pick and the 32nd overall pick is pretty substantial.
no,
I mean, imagine. I'm just saying though. Imagine if, like, in 2010, the Steelers had to cut Troy Polamalu so they could make room for whoever the fuck the first overall pick was going to be.
yeah, no, I totally get it, and I'm basically on board with you guys as well. As you know me,
Also, the reward you get is winning the Super Bowl.
right. And
Nobody cares about whoever's had the most first picks overall.
um, but let's pretend for a second like that was a thing. How, in you guys' opinion, like what would they have to do to kind of like make that transition happen? Like just like hypothetically speaking, like if they were to like hey, we're doing this, how do we like peel off the existing deals that have kind of already been done that are contingent on finishes and draft picks? You know what I mean? Like trades that have happened that include draft picks. What do you think they would have to do to kind of like get that switched?
I don't think you can.
Well,
You just would have to just go, okay, starting right now, starting like after the draft is over, like I think you would have to make the announcement now and be like, hey, starting this new league year or whatever, or however they want to do it, like starting now, next year's draft will go reverse order. Best team gets the first overall pick, worst team gets the 32nd pick. We're trying to incentivize winning, and then you let teams make trades based off of that. But you can't. I mean, what are you going to do? Go back? I mean, the what are you going to do? Tell the Browns they can't have the Jaguars picks?
no. You are right. I just wasn't sure if you guys felt like, all right, anything that's sort of on the books now, like you get some type of compensatory thing, towards your cap or whatever, just to like, it sucked to be like the first, they make this change and you were in line for a second overall pick in next year's draft. It's like, oh, sorry, that's not the case anymore. Like,
No,
or
because I mean, is it likely? No, but like the Browns are getting Jacksonville's first round pick next year. Like, is it likely that it'll be the 30th overall pick? No, but like it could be. Like, I mean, the Jaguars could go on a fucking tear. Who knows? Maybe they fucking new head coach. They figure it out, or injuries in the AFC South, and they go on a run in the playoffs. I mean, it could happen. I mean, it's happened before. I mean, I'm not saying. I know the Commanders didn't give up their pick, but like, what if the Commanders had given up their first overall pick for this year? Nobody going into this past offseason was like, oh, that'll probably be a late 20s pick,
mm,
but it was. Um, no, I don't think you can do that because if you're going to do stuff like that, then you have to incorporate the players into it. So, like, if you're going to penalize Cleveland by taking away the picks they got from Jacksonville, then you have to give Cleveland Travis Hunter because the deal was contingent on giving up Travis Hunter for those picks. So the Jaguars like get to keep their picks, but also get Travis Hunter. Like they can't do that.
mm. Well, and I heard, I mean, in this room,
So
we're
I would say it would just have to be like, hey, starting right now, any picks you make, like the draft order is reversed.
all right. Just a cold turkey, boom. The way we
I
do
mean,
things now.
you would have to.
I mean, I was just curious if you had like any other like if there was any sort of way to kind of do it not perfectly but clean.
I mean, you're not, and so that's such a drastic thing that you're not going. There's no system that's going to work out for everybody. There's just
For
no
sure.
system at all. So, I mean, and or what you would do is, um, let's see what the answer to this question is. This is where I wish we had Massey because he would know the answer to this. Hold on one sec.
Oh, no problem.
Up.
What's the question?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Kyle?
1,
So-
2, 3.
So you can only trade picks for 3 years in advance. So when this draft started, the 2025 draft, you could technically incorporate picks
Let
from
me
the
tell you.
20.
You would see a
From
lot
the
of quarterbacks fall.
What was it? Yeah, right. Or it would be, or I mean,
You
You
know how
wouldn't.
good the Steelers would be.
you wouldn't see a lot of quarterbacks fall. You would just see a lot of trades. There would be an insane amount of trades because it doesn't like once the draft starts, it doesn't change the fact so like if the Titans have the 32nd pick and they wanted Cam Ward at 1, they would have had to fucking offer the Eagles the world.
Right.
Now you probably wouldn't see too many teams trading up into the top 5, but you probably would see a lot of movement in like the like
Teams.
8 to like 19 range. But I think what you would have to do, Kendall, the only way you could do it where it would make it work for everybody is so the 2025 draft just happened. You could trade picks to the 2020 up into the 2028 draft. You'd have to start at the 2027 draft and then move on from there. So, like, does everybody still have all their picks in the 2027 draft? No? Okay, let's move on to 2028. Does everybody still have all their picks in that draft? Okay, they do. Okay, so, hey, it's 2025. For the 2028 draft, that draft will be done in the way of Super Bowl winning team goes first, worst overall record after tiebreakers goes last, all the way through 7 rounds. So from here on out, any picks you trade in that draft will be in that order, and then everybody has a start from scratch. That would be the only way you could do it. You can't reverse trades that have already been made without moving players.
Mm.
Why do you keep going like that?
Oh, so
Kyle, you're hearing that, right?
Yeah, he's been real gay tonight.
He's
Mm.
But I mean, like whatever like the Falcons gave up their first round pick next year in order to trade up with the Rams to get James Pierce. So like if you're going to tell the Rams, hey, that pick that you acquired is more than likely going to be in the bottom half of the first round next year, the Rams probably wouldn't have done that trade.
Right.
Like would the Rams have taken the potential 23rd overall pick? No, they're taking it thinking the Falcons probably finish like in the like low to mid teens.
That makes sense.
So I don't think you can really like fuck with that too much.
But I guess what you laid out, in my mind, would work. Just like, hey, knowing that we know that there's no more, you can't go further than 3 years out, whatever. This is your cutoff. Like, just know that if you plan on doing anything else in 2028 or whatever, however it falls, like we are now switching to our different draft
Let me
format.
tell you, the NBA wouldn't be able to start this for like another like 20 years.
How about this then, Look, Kyle? What do you think about this? Instead of what Kendall's proposing, how about the minute this like not the minute the season's over. So let's say like the Super Bowl ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
That following, so that ends on a Sunday. That not the Monday right after, but like a week plus that Monday, you get like a tampering period of 2 weeks. No, you know what? Not even that. Let's go through we do the combine and everything. So you do the combine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from the end of the combine, we eliminate the top 30 visits. We eliminate the pro days. You just have the combine. From the end of the combine, the next like the 4 o'clock the next day or whatever, until what would be considered draft day, is what's called uh rookie, like the rookie tampering period, where teams can go out and talk to any players. They can interview any players. They can fly them in. They can have private workouts if the players want to do that. They can do whatever they want with anybody they want. And then the day that the draft would start would be basically either would be like a 2 or 3 week window where it's okay. This is the start of draft free agency. So no more draft, which I know a lot of people would hate, but no more draft. Every team is allotted a cap number of players and a cap space, like a cap limit, and they can go out and sign whatever rookies they want to sign.
Yeah.
So like let's say the limit well, I'm just saying, let's say the limit is let's just say the limit is for Haha's $50 million, or let's say it's $100 million and you can't sign anybody. Nobody can make more than $20 million per year. So then, like, if the Eagles want to offer somebody $20 million a year, like let's just say Travis Hunter, and then like the Browns, Titans, Panthers, Bears, and Cardinals all do the same thing, then Travis Hunter can be like, well, I'd rather go play for the fucking Eagles. So they can go to the Eagles, but now that takes away one of their players, and it takes away $20 million off their cap. So you can't sign anybody to more than a $20 million contract, or not even $20 million. Let's call it, I don't know, whatever the number one overall pick would be. And you can't and you also can't sign like 100 players to a $1 million contract. You have like a cap on the amount of people that you can sign and the budget. And then everybody just goes into it like it's fucking free agency.
Good way to do it.
It would be
I
insane.
got a good way to do it too.
Can you imagine the amount of fucking pings on your phone coming through? Pew, 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 pew. What do you got, Souls?
They do a Hunger Games style tournament.
Okay.
You're not killing each other, but you're using paintball guns.
All right.
And the winner of this tournament gets the first pick.
I like that.
You get a representative from each player. You get picked, like Roger Goodell will go up to the podium. From the Carolina Panthers, you select. Let's go with Chubba Hubbard. It doesn't matter if he has a torn ACL; he still has to participate.
All right. Or if you want to make it or if you want to make it a little less gruesome, what if you go by positions? Like they draw the position randomly out of like a cage, like bingo, and the team gets to select any player they want as long as they play that position. So let's say it comes out and it's running back. So at the start of the league year or whatever, like the Steelers can pick any running back to participate in the thing, and then they do like a 32 person tournament chess match. and like the winner, the draft order is determined based off of the results of the chess tournament. Tiebreakers would go to like amount of time taken to win, or least moves taken to win, or whatever.
Or Clue.
I mean,
You could do Clue too. You could do Clue because Clue would be hard because you can't divide 32 by 6 evenly, but you can divide it by 4. So I guess you could play matches of 4.
I mean,
Yeah.
Either way, imagine the televised things that ESPN would be putting up like for this, and then watching it.
Like imagine Kyle, just imagine like the Steelers signing some stupid free agent thing and just being like, "Hey, we noticed you gave $5 million to so and so, like, and you didn't really need it. You had plenty of depth. What was the thought process? Dude is sick at Clue."
Like, we're gonna need him for the offseason.
Yeah. No, we did not sign Bartavius Mingo. We signed Colonel Mustard, damn it. Could you imagine that, Kyle? Because there's a bunch of fucking people sitting there playing Clue. There's a bunch
We
of
should do it.
There's a bunch of defensive tackles sitting in a room just playing Clue.
Yes, Miss Peacock did do it with the rope in the game room.
Nah, you tripping?
That's
Pretty
some
wild.
bullshit.
Or you know what you do, Kyle? So you do 30 is divisible by 6, right?
Hmm.
So what you do is you have 5 games of 6, the 30 teams,
Yeah.
and then you would end up getting 5 winners out of that, right?
Yeah.
So then what you do is you start with Clue, and then the 2 teams that won their conferences get buys in the first round. They don't have to play Clue.
They play Yahtzee.
No, well, so that's what happens. The 2 teams that they don't have to play Clue. They play Yahtzee against each other. And then whoever wins in the Yahtzee tournament goes and joins the 5 Clue winners, and then those 6 guys play a game of Monopoly. And then as they get ran out, that's the top 6 picks. First person to go bankrupt, 6th pick. Then 5th, then 4th, then 3rd. Then the winner gets first.
I got paid to play Monopoly at work the other night.
It's pretty sick. Monopoly Go or regular Monopoly.
Regular Monopoly.
Nice. Was that when you were there till 6 a.m.?
Yep.
Yeah, did you
Started
win?
playing it too.
Did you win?
No.
Did anybody throw their piece in the deep fryer?
No.
Hey, I ordered a large onion ring and I got a thimble.
It's a new promotion running.
Oh, fuck, we were looking for that.
You know, McDonald's hasn't done that in a while.
It's
I think
true.
they said they were never doing it again.
Really?
I don't know.
But it's been a while though.
Shut up, Campbell.
They'll bring it back. You know.
Hey, what's your favorite sun chip?
I think Harvest Cheddar.
Yep, Paul, French onion or the salsa one?
For what? Favorite sun chip flavor?
Yeah.
French onion. French onion, garden salsa, plain, then the harvest cheddar, then all of those weird multigrain black bean flavored ones. Harvest cheddar is actually my least favorite sun chip.
You used to love it.
I mean, I love it. It's just my least favorite of the group.
It's probably like
know
the
what's a
most
bad flavor
well-rounded
of it?
chip.
You know, it's a very overrated flavor of chip.
Huh.
Salt and vinegar.
I mean, I have to really be in the mood for it. Like, really be in the mood for it.
I'm never in the mood for it.
It's just very
It's the
specific.
It's actually the same way I feel about barbecue chips. I have to be in the mood for barbecue chips. I like barbecue chips, but I just have to be in the mood for them. Chips, I pretty much like original and sour cream and onion could take down at any time.
And there's one guy that sucks and doesn't like Pringles.
Kendall doesn't like Pringles.
I don't know.
Kendall does not like Pringles.
It makes no sense.
I would just rather have a regular chip from almost any other company.
Yeah, Lay's sucks.
Well, I mean, I disagree, but, you know, I respect your opinion.
They chip you first off.
I don't disagree that there could be more chips in a bag, but the notion that there is a reason that does happen.
Yeah, I get it, but they do it more than everybody else.
Yeah, be it as it may, you know, so it's a big company. I'm sure they know how to cut corners pretty well.
Kendall's also just not a big potato chip guy.
I am.
I know.
I like chips.
You used to like them more though.
I'm actually sitting on
My
a
favorite snack.
what's that?
I think it's my favorite snack.
I'm sitting on some Frito flavored twists that I'm going to enjoy after we sign off.
You're sitting on them? Why?
Yeah, I'm making a panko for a nice, this crispy fish.
When's the last time you ate breakfast?
I usually eat breakfast on the weekends.
Okay, what did you make this weekend?
This weekend was a pretty lean because I had not gone to the store. So I have these things that we carry at work that I bought that I like a lot for some reason. It's basically a pancake in a cup. You add a little milk or water, you stir it up, you put it in the microwave, boom, pancake in a cup. Like it a lot.
Paul,
Yes.
same question goes to you.
I missed the question. What was it?
What'd you have for breakfast this weekend?
This weekend. Saturday I had bacon, egg, and cheese with duck eggs.
Ooh, the duck egg.
And
How dare you eat
Sunday.
a duck?
What?
How dare you eat a duck?
I didn't eat a duck. I ate a unfertilized duck egg. So I ate an egg birthed from a duck, but was not fertilized. Therefore, was never ever able to be a duck.
Right, that could have become anything.
That
Took the
that
life of duck.
I didn't take the life of a duck. The mother duck, took the life of the duck by not getting pregnant.
Right.
If that mom duck had gotten some, then it would have been a duck.
Listen, that egg grew
Right.
up to be a sandwich, and we're damn proud of it.
So yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese with a duck egg, and then Sunday. I don't know if I even ate anything for breakfast yesterday. I don't think I did. No, I didn't. I just had some like lunchtime. I had banana bread,
Ooh,
and then we went to Chili's for dinner.
nice.
I did make a sick leftover Chili's midnight snack last night, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I took some honey chipotle crispers and cut them up into pieces and sauteed them in a pan so they got crispy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put it in a tortilla with a fried egg and cheese on top.
It's a pretty prime move. Could get down with
Pretty
something like
solid.
that.
Pretty solid
Kendall
stuff.
gets the pasta at Chili's.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
You do.
Yeah, so I'll get the spicy Cajun pasta.
Nerd.
Nerd.
I like the egg roll more and more I eat them.
Hey Kyle, it's got to be a bummer to not only get swept, but to lose at home 123 or 138 to 83, right?
Yeah, the Heat are need
Dude.
to blow it up.
Tyler Hero is sitting on the bench with 6.5 minutes to go.
He needs to be traded. Sixers.
No.
Please?
Maybe.
John Morant said the Grizzlies should be tied 2-2 with OKC right now if he hadn't gotten hurt because he had them figured out.
You got hurt again?
Yeah, literal first comment. Game one with Ja, they lost by 50.
You're gonna win the West, right?
I don't know. It depends. I could honestly there's a part of me that feels like the winner of the Clippers Nuggets series could kind of win the West just because of there's a lot of depth on both those teams and a lot of veteran talent. Plus, each team's main star has championship winning pedigree at this point between Jokic and Kawhi. Plus, also, just real quick, Alex, this is a good basketball question for you. If the Clippers do manage to make it all the way to the finals and win, and Kawhi wins MVP with his third team, he needs to start being in consideration for top 15 all time, right?
Yeah, the thing that's hurt, he would be if he just played the last 4 years.
But I'm saying, even with the lack of play, if he has 3 rings with 3 different teams and is the finals MVP on all 3 of them, that's pretty serious.
Yeah. He's always been a winning player.
He would also have brought the first 2 rings to 2 different titles, first ring to 2 different franchises.
He just, doesn't care.
Well, he's also hurt. He also has been hurt a lot since he's been a Clipper.
It's another team that needs to blow it up.
The Clippers?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? They're like good.
Yeah, but like they're just middle of the road.
Kyle, you haven't watched any
And their
basketball
stars
this
are
year?
old.
You haven't watched any basketball this year, Kyle.
Their stars are old.
Yeah, I mean, they still won 50 games.
Yeah, I could do that.
Oh, I'm not saying you couldn't. But you're older than their stars.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Actually, are you? Let's see. How old is James Harden? Nope, James Harden's 35, so you're not older than James Harden. And Kawhi Leonard is 33. So you're actually younger than both of them. My bad.
Yeah, come on now.
My bad. I apologize.
Braves came back, Kendall. They're gonna win.
Don't say that.
Rockies pitching. Rockies pitching for you there, folks.
The way she goes.
What?
Favorite. Pass back up there.
Yep.
When was the last time you guys had a good urine?
Okay.
Just a little while ago.
What do you think the longest pee you ever had was?
I mean, maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you realize how long a minute is until you're standing there peeing.
I think like 47 seconds is my highest.
I don't think that's true.
It's very true.
There's no shot. There's just no way.
That's a long time.
World's longest piss. Nope, that's a kiss. The world's longest pee was 508 seconds. 8.5 minutes. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know what, Kyle? Maybe I'm wrong. It says the average length of peeing is around 20 seconds. So I guess 47 wouldn't be that crazy. It would still be pretty crazy, though. The average dog pees about 0.4 gallons every time it pees.
Hmm.
An African elephant pees about 42 seconds, or 42 gallons in about 22 seconds.
Wow.
Basically, it's a fire hose. It's crazy. All right, let's review these brews. Kyle, how's your yellow vitamin water?
Always refreshing.
Do you like the new label? What? Hello?
What happened?
Can you hear me?
I said always refreshing.
Oh, I said, do you like the new label?
It's all right.
All right. Read?
I had Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA from El Segundo Brewing. We reviewed this beer on the show many times. I just happened to have it in the fridge, and I checked the expiration or the best by date, and it was like earlier in April. So I'm like, okay, I got to do something with this. So I decided to have it tonight, and not that it matters that much, but I can tell it's definitely not as fresh. But otherwise, it's a very serviceable IPA. It's fine. It's nothing particularly special. It's like perhaps crushable on occasion, but it's okay. I will give it whatever my reviews in the past have been, we'll call it 3.4 out of 5 would get again.
I had a tiny beautiful something from Maine Brewing Company, a single hopped pale ale, 5.5% in the 500 milliliter bottle. And I like it. It's just it's a light standard. It's kind of high quality regular brew. 4.2 would get it again.
Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so thank you for tuning into another episode of Getting Sports with Drunk.
Sports.
If you want to find more sports, you can go to our socials, which are
It is Facebook Getting Sports with Drunk, Twitter and Instagram GSWD_4.
make sure you test GSWD for other daily uses, whether it's failing to show up due to a baby or leaving early due to a baby.
Like, follow, subscribe. Pretty cool. We have some stuff on social media. Check it out.
And if you want to listen to our podcast, you can listen to them on,
of course, any of the platforms where you get your podcast, be it iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Play. Type it in. We basically cover the full gambit.
there you go. So thanks for tuning into the episode. Next week, Kyle will break down a little. If Kyle's on, we'll break down a little early season baseball stuff.
And I'll play the game maybe.
Who knows? The world is his oyster. But until then, I'm your hostess, Cupcake the Riddler.
I'm Farmington Buzzard.
And the Rat of a Red Baron.
Meow.